been enjoying these videos so far and the content. As you see there, doing just a few quick last minute things, just cleaning up the subframe, cleaning it up while we still have the chance, because guess what? Today we are putting in our 1200 horsepower rated IAG Stage 4 Extreme Longblock, and we're gonna start hooking this baby up. So, in the last video you guys would have seen where we addressed the new clutch slave cylinder, some of the routing and stuff there. In this video, I'll show you, we had some problems with the line coming from the clutch master to the actual slave itself. The supplied line that they supplied with was the wrong size fittings, so I had to make it around to the auto parts store. Got it bent, and looks pretty clean. Not exactly how I want it to be done, but hey, it works. So other than that, I'm here by myself today, and we are gonna go ahead and try and stab this guy in. So what do you say? I mean, I'm freaking pumped. Are you? Like, today has been the day I've been waiting for almost 8 months now. 8 months. Crazy to think it's been that long, and crazy to think that it's finally coming together. So, if you guys haven't already, do me a big favor. Like, forever, I will love you. Click that subscribe button down below for me. It's totally free. It'll take you 5 seconds to do it. And other than that, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into the action. So as you can see here, I went ahead and I jacked up the car. I also have the transmission jacked up. This might be a little bit difficult because of how high it is, but honestly, I think we'll be all right. So something I am gonna do here, it's just kind of a little bit of a trick. You see how there's a hole here, and then this guy is fixed to this. Put a screwdriver tip in the back here, pry up this tab, and then take a 12mm wrench, undo these, and move them down one spot, and that will actually cause the hood to tip back into what Subaru calls the service mode. So we're gonna do that just so that we have enough up and down clearance for the boom on the cherry picker, and yeah, little trick tip of the day. As you can see, I moved it down, and look, so this is where it was at before. Now it's gonna be way back, and all I did was just undo the one on the passenger side, and we're only going to just do this on one side. So, woo. And just like that. So now you can see how far it's tipped back. It's completely butted up. I've already got a couple of the bell housing bolts in. You can see I've got these ones in over here. There's one there, one down below, and one there. The only ones I have left are the bottom ones and the ones for the starter. This was kind of a pain in the ass to do on my own, and I did it a little bit different than I normally do, but only took me about an hour to do. That is a freaking motor in blueprint. What is going on right now? Like, I don't think it's finally set in yet that we have a motor in this thing, Probably because I need to pull out the transmission jack and completely get it seated down into the subframe. Once that happens and I get the bottom 2 bell housing bolts on, I think it might set in. But guys, we got a freaking motor in the car for the first time since April. Like, can we get a train horn or a, you know, like, oh my gosh, I don't really know how I feel at the moment, and I'm sorry the emotions are kind of escaping me at the moment, but hopefully overnight it'll probably set in. But let's go ahead and tackle the last few things. I'll show you what I have done already, and we'll kind of just go from there. So I've already got a handful of the bell housing bolts in. I got the ones in on this side, and I have 2 of them in on this side. I just don't have the starter ones in, nor do I have the bottom 2 nuts in. Everything else is all lined up other than lowering the transmission jack, getting it off the engine hoist, and setting it down in the actual subframe itself. So let's go ahead and do that first. Transmission jack is completely down. Let's go ahead and lower this guy, huh? And there it goes. It is 100% in the car at this point. 100%. Damn. That's exciting. Like, stupid exciting. At this point, I've got the clutch bled. I'm not 100% happy with it. We'll probably bleed it again, but it does feel good. The only thing that's really left for finishing hooking all that up is to actually put the starter in so we can put the bolts through there and actually tighten that bracket down. Other than that, I got the car down on the ground, so it's a little bit easier to work on. Spent a little bit of time doing stuff with the turbo kit. As you can see, we got the up pipe all hooked up, did some things with some of the coolant lines, finished all that. So we have our starter and we're gonna shove it in the back. this part that the bolt's supposed to go through, it's all like wide and open on the inside, but I can't even get a bolt through it. So I'm gonna have to take a drill bit to it or something. Moment of truth. There. That's better. Done. Torque all the bell housing bolts real quick and finish all that, and then we'll go ahead and finish torquing the actual clutch slave and everything like that. At this point, I've got everything where I'm pretty much happy with the way it's sitting. We addressed a lot of the little things. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to torque the I'm gonna torque the bell housing bolts to 36.9 foot-pounds. Once we get all those torqued, I will go ahead and we'll install the clutch slave, get that adjusted, final mounted essentially, and go underneath the car, take care of those, and also torque the engine mount bolts. So yeah, guys, it's coming together. Like, it really is coming together. I can't believe it. Slowly but surely. Waiting on my alternator to come back from powder coat. My buddy should be done with that here shortly, hopefully. And at this point, we're pretty much ready to potentially start building some breather port lines for our new catch can. And after that, it's time for a fuel system. So, guys, this is freaking awesome. This is an exciting moment. Lots of work involved, but hey, no rest for the wicked, right? Hello? Where are you? I'm at my shop. Where you go? Okay, I'll be there shortly. Okie dokie. Bye. So that's it, guys. Literally, that's it. We got everything hooked up as much as we could with everything that we had. We need to pick up a couple things tomorrow, which was just one alternator from the powder coat and my engine harness from my buddy, who's been swapping it over to some injector dynamic injector plugs. And now we can pretty much focus on doing all the wiring and plumbing. So this video is probably stupid long. I apologize in advance, but damn, this is a huge moment for me. It's a huge moment for us. And basically we're at the, what they call the 90-10 rule, or the 10-90 rule, where you do 90% of the work in 10% of the time. Now, the other 10% take 90% of the time. So unfortunately, we're at that 10%. That's gonna take us 90% of the time. So to celebrate, you should click the subscribe button for me. That'd be super awesome. But other than that, we are pretty much going to wrap this one up. I'm super excited with the progress we've made. We're at a great stopping point. But in the next video where we're gonna pick up and we're gonna start tackling a whole bunch of the tedious little tiny things, but everything's there. Everything is there. So I'll quick show you guys everything that we did and the stopping point that we're at, and that'll be it. So catch you guys in the next one.